What's going on, fuckers? Welcome back to another episode for Murder One Entertainment. I'm your host, Brandon, as always, because I'm the only one here. Today might be a shorter video. I only have 19 minutes of video. I can use to record because I have to delete some shit. But I figured today. There we go. I figured today I would talk about some cigars I have recently smoked. So to start off, I'll start off with the one I'm smoking right now. This is called, what's it called? Rough Rider cigars. I think the type is Indian head. Where I get them, they're about $4.50. You know, a single is like $4.50. And for a cheaper cigar, unlike Quorum, I remember. Hold on, I'm next to a couple of motorcycles, so it might get a little loud, but yeah, Quorum cigars. I started smoking them like earlier when I started smoking. Then I started to get into a little more of the higher end stuff like Gurkhas and Perdomos and stuff like that. And I went back to Quorum the one day and I didn't like it. It was just nasty. It just tasted cheap. But this one didn't taste cheap. It said that, you know, on it says sweet. It says sweets on it. It's slightly sweet. It has kind of that musky flavor that a Gurkha would have, at least for me. Kind of like a cheesy flavor. Very peppery. Like green pepper. Kind of the same note I got from that one. It was basically the acid blondie, but it was the bigger one. I forget what it was called. All right, dude, with the motorcycle, I get it. But yeah, it's a good smoke. It's cheaper. If you can get them at your local cigar shop, I'd say give it a try. If you don't feel like spending like, you know, $9, $10, $11 on something, you know, it's still a good smoke. So the next one I'm going to talk about, God, this fucking light's so long. The next cigar I'm going to talk about is, here we go. Excuse the engine sounds. Let me turn. Thank you. Alright, so the next cigar I'm going to talk about, I believe are from the I can't fucking talk today. Are from the same manufacturer, Deadwood Tobacco. The first one I'm going to talk about, sorry, blend my eye. The first one I'm going to talk about is Fat Bottom Betty cigars. Never had them before. I saw them. I was drawn to the wrapper, you know, because she got the girl with the Day of the Dead painted face, and you know, the spider webs and everything on it. Like, I think it's like black and red or something, and it appealed to me. So I'm like, all right, the wrapper looks cool. And then as soon as I picked that up, the dude that owned the store walked in and he's like, hey, can I help you with anything? I'm like, I'm just looking at, you know, this one. He's like, oh, because I was already holding this. This was the long version of the Indian head. It was like, I forget how long it was. It was like the fucking long one. And he's like, well, if you like that, you know, you're gonna like the Fat Bottom Betty because it's real sweet. I'm like, well, never had this one before too. So he's like, well, you probably like both of them. I'm like, okay. So when I smoked the Fat Bottom Betty, I didn't really get any like specific notes other than that the tobacco just tasted real good. It was around like a $9.50 cigar. good. It's just it was mild. It was very smooth. It didn't burn my mouth. It didn't really get bitter towards the end either. Like towards like this part. This is where I think cigars start getting a little bitter, a little more full body. It didn't really get like that. It was kind of the same all the way through, and very sweet. And I really enjoyed it, and I think that's going to be one of my go-to cigars. Fat Bottom Betty, I think. At some point, I'm going to go get some more of them, maybe a couple of them. Very, very, very tasty cigar, and very pleasant. It's just full of flavor. That's the one thing. It's full of flavor. Very good. Kind of reminded me of the Acid Cuba. I know they're kind of like a entry-level cigar, but I like them every once in a while. But it tasted better. So the next one from the same company, Deadwood Tobacco, it's called Leather Rose. This one, the only ones they had there, they had some other ones. They're more like cigarellos, a little smaller. I might try them too. Leather Rose was, I think the short cigars are called Robustos. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm still not all like up to date, or like, you know, I don't know all the size names. Robusto, because it was short. And when I smoked the Leather Rose, it has the same wrapper on it, a little different style girl on it, same kind of painting on it, spider web. She's got her face painted, black and red wrapper. I think it was black and red, dark colors, spooky colors. This is going out. Let's put that a little later on. All right, we get the picture. I have a cigar, so it's out. So I'll let it after the video. Yes. So upon smoking the Leather Rose, it definitely lives up to its name, leather. Because it was very sweet, slightly peppery, like always. I always say fucking peppery. That's what I taste. And heavy notes of leather. I've never had a cigar that tasted like that. I know they exist. Sorry for the light changing and shit. Once I get on the highway here, it'll change again. It was good. I'm like, wow. I'm sitting on the couch with my girlfriend. I'm smoking. I'm like, I taste leather. She's like, okay. I'm like, she don't care about cigars, but it tastes like leather, and it was very, very good. Again, very, very good. I feel like I say that a lot, but from every fucking cigar I smoke. Deadwood Tobacco cigars, or whatever they're called, they make very good cigars, and I think that one was like an $8.50 cigar because it was shorter. Yes, it was very good. I really enjoyed it. I wish that I was sitting there, I'm smoking, I'm getting towards the end, I'm like, God, I wish there was more of it. I wish it never ended. Same thing with the Fat Bottom Betty cigar. I wish it never ended. It's so good. Man, I really hope the fucking cigar place is not open today. I don't think it might be open today. I'm fucking craving it right now. You know what? I might go get a cigar. But yeah, if you have a chance, if you're into cigars, I'm kind of fishing for new ideas now with the channel. Here looks kind of scruffy, even though I just had a fucking shower, put beer butter in it. Yeah, so yeah, I'm trying to figure out, see what styles of what topics of videos are more appealing. Maybe a little update I'll put in this video. I haven't really been listening to anything new in a while. I've been listening. I kind of had a Metallica kick for about a week. So I found this really, really awesome podcast called Speak and Destroy. The dude's name's Ryan something used to work on MTV as like an interviewer or something. And it's a podcast that's centered around Metallica-related topics. And so far, he's had M. Shadows from Avenged Sevenfold on. He's had Rob Flynn. He's had Rob Halford, which was a great episode. He took, I don't know, I think I watched this video. It was an interview at MI with Rob Halford, and just talking about just like all the shit through Jewish priests and stuff. And it was very interesting, and he put that up as a podcast episode. And then he had, I just recently listened to one with Alex Skolnick from Testament and his solo stuff. Just listened to the episode of David Ellefson from Megadeth, which was I didn't think I was going to like it because I'm not really a Megadeth fan, but hearing like him talk on topics of them hearing Kill 'Em All for the first time, him and Dave, and his or Dave Mustaine, because they're both named fucking Dave. Ellefson's point of view was, oh, this is a really cool album. They did a really good job, and having Mustaine over there, so they're like, hey, you stole my riffs and shit like that. I can imagine how that felt. Same thing with Ride the Lightning, and going into the other side, of how Megadeth was formed after Dave left, and they were talking about stories about him and them Metallica still hanging out and being awkward, between Dave and them. He talked about Lars always being humble with them. And let me say this. People always give that stigma that Lars is like a pompous asshole. And I know during Some Kind of Monster, he kind of portrayed that. But you gotta remember that clashing of egos, fucking drug and alcohol problems, it changes people. And I've seen a million interviews from them as they're younger. And Lars always seemed like the genuine dude, always nice, always energetic. James too, but James very reserved, quiet. Kirk always reminded me of a kid, especially with that one interview. It was right after Cliff died, and they just got Jason in the band. He's talking about his comic books and stuff. But no, I always thought Lars was a good dude, but all of them throughout that time in the early 2000s had their problems. Side rant done. But yeah, if you're looking for a good podcast about metal and specifically Metallica, Matt, if you're watching this, listen to them. Matt, the riff master I'm talking to. Yeah, Speak and Destroy on Spotify. Very, very, very good podcast. Other than that, life's been good. Baby's getting older. We're in a house now. Trying to save money. Been working every day. Got a new haircut. I found a community of Norse pagans on YouTube. And they have a Discord. The YouTube channel's called the Wisdom of Odin, I believe it's called. And the same thing for the Discord. They have a Patreon too. Wisdom of Odin. I felt like I needed something to direct some of my energy into and faith into. Being used to having faith in the Christian religion and then leaving that and not having anything and trying to practice Norse paganism without really knowing the direction to go into. I went on YouTube and searched Norse paganism basics or how to practice Norse paganism, and it's the first video I stumbled upon. I think the dude's name is Eric. I'm not sure. I forget. Don't quote me on that. I know I'm an idiot. I forget. very knowledgeable. He has a whole playlist on the how-tos and the basics of Norse paganism, and very, very, very informative. And I feel connected more spiritually. I feel like something's out there because I did my first sacrifice, if you want to call it that, to the gods, specifically to Odin and Freya. Me and my family were going through a conundrum, dilemma, if you want to call it. I'm not going to go into detail. Excuse me, I had to crack my neck there. Chiropractic on this channel now, too. I didn't have statues yet of the gods, and still don't for reasons. I'm talking to you, FedEx. Fucking jerk-offs. Yeah. Fucking all week I keep getting calls from the fucking FedEx depot in King of Prussia saying, "Oh, you're the address," and then they would say my address, and then, "Oh, it's the wrong address. Please call this number to have change address." So I did it the one time, got in person. I couldn't speak English. It was very broken English. Couldn't understand a word she said. She's like, and then she changed the address to the same address, and it was like, "Okay, you should expect it by 2 days from now." Okay. 2 days go by, so I didn't get it, and I get another call. Different person, same place. Same fucking spiel. Call again to another person that could still worse with English. Couldn't understand a word this fucker said. I got out of it. Can't do anything about it. I'll send you an email. I still haven't gotten an email. So I still haven't got my god figures yet to start actually doing the sacrifices with the actual figures of the gods. But basically what I did was I did a burnt offering. I know in like Wicca and shit that means different. I think it's bad. That's what my girlfriend said. I always thought that's how you did offerings. So basically what I did was, and I worked out for the better because I got what I got benefits out of it. I made a little pile of cardboard and fire pit in my house. I sacrificed food and drink. A couple blueberries I kind of sprinkled around on top of the pile of shit I was gonna burn, and I think I did a piece of cornbread and a yingling. What I did was, so I wrote the names of Odin and Freya on a piece of cardboard in runes. I have a rune translator on my phone. And I basically set them up and set it ablaze and everything burnt up, and poured a beer out for a little bit and said what I needed. And that night I had, because the dude from Odin's wisdom said that it's like a euphoric feeling when the gods talk to you. And sitting on the couch after I did it, and I get like this fucking like whoosh of like a euphoric feeling, and I felt their presence, and it was fucking awesome. And I got what I wanted out of it: strength and determination and wisdom, and to keep going forward. So, all right, it's almost, I got like 35 seconds left. So thank you for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.